Okay, Rabotai, we left off on page 433. Your alien is ready or no? 433, because soon you're gonna make siyum. Maybe we'll make the siyum together with Shavuot. Huh? Who knows? If you'll behave good, maybe by then we'll finish.
When is Shavuot?
And make a party together. Shavuot, alien, Sharuslik, Hamish Yachil. Could be.
Shavuot is Yom Tov, right?
We have it only 9 more pages. 9 more pages. Finito. Emet, yeah. Okay, our new utensils. So we spoke about, are you allowed to dip dishes in the mikveh that was bought from a goy before Shabbat? You bought it. On Shabbat you want to dip it.
Yes.
Immersed inside the mikveh. Munki on it. Your wife told you, Jonam, take it. She forgot. Are you allowed to take it on Shabbat and dip it or no? So we said machloket between Sfaradim and Ashkenazim.
Rabbi, according to Ashkenazim, can you tell a goy to dip it?
I'll tell you more than that. According to Ashkenazim, you're allowed to tell Sfaradi to do that.
But the goy, you can tell it also?
Goy Chimboli. Can you let a goy dip for your dishes in a mikveh?
No.
Goy.
No. Yes. Yes. You should.
But Yehudi has to watch.
So,
And there is stores.
So tell him
who's
to
supposed to say
FaceTime you
barakah?
while he dips it, right? That's good enough?
Could be FaceTime, yeah.
Rabbeinu, but who's supposed to say barakah?
You will say
I say
one
barakah.
dish, 2 dishes put in the mikveh, say bracha al tvilat kelim. Have in mind all the kelim here, and the goyim will continue.
Like this. There you go.
In Borough Park, all the Williamsburg, all these places that there is a lot of Jewish people, Hasidim, Ashkenazim, others, they have dish store, plates and stuff like that, with mikveh in the basement.
$5
Yeah?
outside, yeah.
You buy it right away on the spot. Spanish people will all the way do it for you over there. 2 minutes, you're out of the store, all the dishes dipping, tamam. Yeah, but Yehudi says bracha on 1 or 2 dishes. Better on 2. So say bracha al tevilat kelim. Have in mind the rest of the kelim. The bracha catches on your kelim and on the rest, by the way.
Rabbi, does it matter what type of keli it is? What I mean is the fork considered to say bracha on it?
Yeah.
Even that?
Fork?
Fork,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're eating with a
It
fork.
has to be maybe like a
Mekabel
vessel.
keli? No.
Right,
No. Are new utensils that require immersion considered a complete repair if the obligation of immersion immersing them? You want to say shakol bechor? Amir, you want to say shakol? ברשות מוריי ורבותיי, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו. So says Rav Ovadia, are new utensils that require immersion considered a complete repair if the obligation of immersing them is from the Torah, such as metal utensils? If the obligation of immersing new utensils is biblical, then their immersion is considered a full tikkun and is therefore prohibited. But if the obligation is rabbinic, the immersion is permitted. For practical guidance, see the following answer. Can new utensils be immersed on Shabbat if the prohibition to use them before immersion is rabbinic? Bechor, question to you. Torah said you have to dip the dishes in the mikveh. Which dishes Torah said you have to dip in the mikveh?
Metal.
Only metals. Gold, silver, stainless steel, iron, whatever you name it, all these things. Copper, all these things. Torah said you have to dip it in the mikveh. Glass, coated glass, all this derabanan. Obligated, but midrabanan. It's a bracha, everything, but not obligated midoraita, obligated to dip them midrabanan. With bracha, everything with bracha. if I don't dip them in the mikveh, am I allowed to use them?
According to Torah.
Yeah.
So I have news for you, Bechor.
Yes.
For Ramadan, you can use it.
Torah said dip. Did Torah say if you don't dip, don't use? Oh. Who said you're not allowed to use if you don't dip? Not the Torah. Why? Because why Chachamim said that? Because if people will use it without dipping, they will never dip. Paga, 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 and like it's the whole life, tomorrow and tomorrow, until he never did, until the vessel broke and he threw it to the garbage. For that reason, Chazal said, you didn't dip it, you're not allowed to use it. So comes out, says Rav Ovadia, that even whenever I take metal on Shabbat to the mikveh, I don't fix the oraita restriction. But Torah said to dip it. It's the oraita. Torah said to dip it. Torah did not restrict using it. From Torah, could I have used it? Could I have used it without dipping from Torah? Yeah. Chazal said you have to make sure to dip it before you use it. But from Torah, I didn't have to dip it before I use it. I could have dipped it later in my life. I could use it 10 years. After 10 years, I can take it to the mikveh from Torah. Chachamim said no. Even one time you're not allowed to use it. There's a common mistake people say, one time it's allowed. That's not true. Disposable vessels, one time you're allowed to use. Disposable vessels. But vessels that they are meant to be used many times, even though you didn't use it even one time yet, you don't have an easy card called one-time usage. It's a common mistake. People don't know that. So since this pans meant for one-time use, but a pot, a plate, they're not meant for one-time use. They're meant for multiple use. So since it's meant for multiple use, you're not allowed to use it even one time without dipping it. You understand?
Rabbi, if you're going away, you know you need it now. You're never going to use it again. Consider it's one-time use.
No, because that pot is not meant for one-time use.
So it's not.
It's a long-term use. You want to use it for one time. But if you have aluminum tray, those type of things, they're meant not for multiple use. They're meant for one time, sometimes two times. You can continue washing them and do it, but it's not meant for that. It's meant disposable aluminum trays. Therefore, over there, one time, you have no problem. Use it without dipping it. Aluminum trays.
Was it meant to be?
Right. Understand? So therefore, ay.
Jesse.
Jesse is back, Abotai, that's it. Bechor, now only Russian, okay?
Oh.
Okay. So now, yes, איפה אתה?
אתה רוצה שיראו אותי במצלמה?
חס שלום.
יעקב, ג'ון.
Can you utensil be immersed on Shabbat? So therefore, Rabbi Yosef says that even to dip the dishes in the mikveh, even metal ones, you're not fixing the oraita. You are fixing the Rabbanan. Because Chazal said, don't use it. From Torah, I could have used it. So by me dipping it, what am I doing? I'm fixing Chazal restriction, not Torah restriction. And therefore, says Rav Ovadia Yosef, you're allowed to dip in the mikveh on Shabbat, even metal. You understand the logic? Very good. Next, Bechor. Number 7. Is immersing new utensils considered a complete repair, like in the temple, as dipping? It is. It's Halachot Shabbat, dipping them on Shabbat. As immersing utensils of the temple. Now, Bechor, question to you. Bet HaMikdash time. At a Friday afternoon, you're reading Bamei Madlikin, Bamei Madlikin, right? Hazan sings it, Bamei Madlikin, Bamei Madlikin, and Madlikin lo belech, lo bechosem, lo bechosem, ספק חשיכה, ספק אינה חשיכה, אין מעשר נטע ודאי, ואין מטבילין את הכלים Remember those words? אין מעשרין את הוודאי, ואין מטבילין את הכלים. גוף תגשתי? During twilight time, בשור שבת, not 100%. Twilight. ספק חשיכה, ספק אינה חשיכה. אין מעשרין את הוודאי, fruits that they are 100% not מעשר taken, you're not allowed to do מעשר now. ואין מטבילין את הכלים, and you're not allowed to dip the dishes. Even on twilight time, you're not allowed to. So how Rav Yosef says, even on Shabbat you're allowed to. Mishnah clearly says, אין מטבילין את הכלים. How Rav Yosef goes against Mishnah? Mishnah was written 2,000 years ago by Rabbi Yehuda Nasi. Rabbi Yosef is in nowadays. How did he go against the Mishnah? You understand the problem?
Yeah, sure.
So says Rav Ovadia, listen to this. Since it is not considered a complete repair like immersing utensils of the temple, where an impure utensil also renders the food within it impure and everything forbidden, which is not the case with new utensils that are forbidden for use. Since if used, they do not render the food forbidden. Bet HaMikdash time bechor, you have a plate, tameh. Dead person touched it, in the room of tum'ah, or some creature, one of 8 creatures touched it, or shmona shratzim, that if it touches, it becomes tameh. Then, our dear Amir takes maaser, or truma for kohen, and he places it on top of this. The plate is tameh. The food also tameh now or no?
בית המקדש, yes.
Beit HaMikdash time.
Oh.
Yes.
So says Rav Ovadia, if the Mishnah says, don't take that on Ben Hashmashot and dip it. That plate that you want to purify, make it tahor, don't purify. En madbilin et hakelim. However, today, when you buy a plate from Chinatown, from made in China, made in Taiwan, made in Turkey, made in all these places, what's the reason you take it to mikveh? Because of the tumah that was in Bet HaMikdash times?
No.
Or because of the tumah of
Goy.
a goy?
There you go.
So says Rav Ovadia, listen, it's a 2 different levels of tumah.
Right.
That's why, let's say, Shalom John, a person goes to Babulia that did not take her pots to the mikveh.
Right.
And she cooks for you bar, she cooks for you palo, she cooks for you whatever. 100% kosher ingredients, 100%. You went and buy the ingredients for her.
True.
You asked Babulia, you took the pots to the mikveh? Oh, my man, mikveh, amish, chirkin, pirkin, don't bother me with this dirty water. I don't want to hear about it. Ay. Babulia, what's the big deal? I wash it for you with the soap afterwards. No, I don't want to hear about it. Babulia, what if you have baksh in your dig? You left it in the refrigerator, you forgot 1 week, became all molded. There's a bacteria inside? Duh. What do you do after? You throw it to the garbage, that pot?
No, wash it.
No, you wash it.
Right.
So what, the mikveh water is worse than bacteria in your in the molded thing? Why this you wash and you keep, and this you don't want to let me take and I wash it and I'll let you keep? What's the difference? Babulia was not convinced yet. Or let's say from this point on, she will be convinced. But so whatever she cooked already, it was cooked in a pot that was not taken to the mikveh. Bechor, can you eat this osh palo or no?
Yes.
Why?
The food himself.
She's going to put to you and put it in a separate plate that was taken to the mikveh or plastic plate.
Yes.
Can you eat that palo? It was cooked in a pot
Yes.
that wasn't in a mikveh.
Yes.
If the Bet HaMikdash tum'ah plate touched the truma that Amir brought to the Kohen, what do we say? The plate is tameh and the food becomes also tameh problem.
Correct.
Why whenever the goy sold you the pot, the tum'ah of the goy doesn't go to the food? What happened?
Different level.
Different
It's
levels.
a different level. Time by the Mikdash is different.
Understand?
Yes.
So says Rav Ovadia, what the Mishnah says, Safek Hashecha, Safek Ena Hashecha, En Madbilin et HaKelim. Which kelim are we talking about? Which vessels are we talking about? Bet HaMikdash time. Whenever Jewish people used to keep the laws of Tum'ah and Tahara, Mishnayot has the laws of Tum'ah and Tahara. as it was kept in Bet HaMikdash. So the Mishnah is talking about their days that was obligation of Tumah Metahara. So since Tumah of the Bet HaMikdash time used to render the food also not kosher, Tameh, therefore when you're going to dip that plate, you made everything kasher. Because now the food you're going to place inside is not going to be Tameh anymore. So says Rav Ovadia, that's why the Mishnah said not allowed to dip these vessels in Bet HaShmashot even on Shabbat. Because you metaken, you're making 100% tikkun over here. Ashkenazim don't make that chiluk. They say, you see here, it says, Safek Hashech Safek Hashech, I'm matbilin. So therefore, this one also then matbilin. Rav Ovadia says, no, there's a difference between the Bet HaMikdash stuff and the Goy stuff.
The food can never be kosher, Papa, in Bet HaMikdash?
Yeah, can never. Finished.
Wow,
Yeah, finished.
can you benefit from that?
Bet HaMikdash is talking.
Can you benefit?
You have nothing to do right now, benefit. You're not going to benefit from it
Oh,
anyway.
you can throw it to the dog. No?
Sech Zvachim.
Yeah.
The food is fine to eat.
Which one?
Nowadays, a pot in your home.
I just said. Babulia cooked oshpalo in a pot that it was not taken to the mikveh, and she placed that oshpalo in your disposable plate. Can you eat from the disposable plate or no? Yes.
But if you put on a metal plate,
Because if it is
Metal,
not
if it was
disposable,
dipped in the
you
mikveh,
not deep.
no, you're not
What's
allowed
the
to.
difference? It was
But
cooked in down.
using
You
it
eating
as
this.
now.
No,
This
because
was
the
very
restriction
bad
of
used.
the vessels is to use them.
What? See?
When you're eating from the metal plate, you're using the plate. Since you're using the plate, you're making an averah. This plate had to go to the mikveh before.
But if it's a glass or china, no problem.
No, it's not true. Obligated to go to mikveh, as we started the class with. All metal, glass, china that is glazed with glass. Today, all china glazed with glass. There is no china, just china.
So
My
good.
wife just asked me today.
Plastic,
She bought She bought some plastic containers. Look nice, for putting food inside.
Yeah.
Should I?
Mikveh, no.
Plastic don't make
Plastic
Sfaradim hold plastic, not required mikveh.
There is a lot of plates. They're like strong
Suchit needs.
plates, but
Glass
they're not made out of glass or china.
fiberglass, no?
It's some kind of material they use. It very cheap material, but it's none of the. Is it okay to use it or you still need to?
I don't know what it's made out of.
I forgot what it's called.
porcelain.
It's not porcelain, no.
Fiberglass?
It's like they sell it in 99 stores, like plates like this. They're very light, and they're very durable. Yeah, that's it.
I don't know what it is.
That's plastic, hard plastic.
Plastic.
So then you don't need it.
Okay? So let's read again. Since it is not considered a complete repair, like immersing utensils of the temple, where an impure utensil also rendered the food within it impure and everything forbidden, which is not the case with the new utensils. Let's put in parentheses that were bought. That were bought from non-Jew before Shabbat, that are forbidden to use, since if used, they do not render the food forbidden. Okay, number 8.
Rabbi,
Ah,
when you're talking about pots here, about
pots, pans, forks.
How about plates? You said if I use a plate,
Let's say Abudia served you with a plate of metal or glass or whatever.
yeah.
You're not allowed to use that plate, but the food is not forbidden.
Okay.
In the temple time, if the food touched the non-kosher plate, the impure plate, the food becomes non-kosher. Even if right now you're going to take that food into a different plate, that's it, it's still non-kosher. However, those palot that Babudia put you in the glass plate, in the metal plate, or whatever plate, you're not allowed to use that plate, but you're allowed to take out of that plate, put it on a plastic plate. And the food will remain kosher. You understand the difference?
If somebody today, none of their pots, nothing went to mikveh ever. So if they want to start doing it, where should they start?
With the metal things. All the metal things take first.
And then glass.
But then you say bracha once. How do you do it?
Anytime you
can't
go
do
to the
whole
mikveh.
kitchen one
Yeah,
trip.
you're right. I agree.
So
So take all the metal now, Take, or
You can't-
if
it doesn't
it's too
fit in
hard,
the
if it's too hard, all the metals you can do.
Let's say you do one cabinet at a time. And one cabinet has, you have both. You have metal, you have maybe glass, maybe ceramic, china.
Yeah.
So everything.
You know somebody like that?
Yes.
Okay.
So every time you say
So-
bracha, that is
So
perfect.
every china.
I can
glass
let
and-
him my minivan. Take the minivan.
So every
Take everything, one shot,
china.
free of charge.
So every
Make mitzvah.
every china, metal and glass. That's it. Plastics they don't have to.
Plastic, wood don't have to.
Plastic and wood, like
Right.
wood.
Whatever,
stones,
plastic and wood, whatever
So
plastic.
Keep
and
all the plastic and wood. Only metals, china, and all the glass.
wood. Yeah.
But which
All
one?
of them, one beracha.
But one bracha, okay, one trip.
Right.
You go home. Maybe tomorrow you go to the second cabinet.
Yeah, another bracha. Anytime you come to the mikveh with new vessels, new beracha. Unless you interrupted within the trip within half an hour.
Not interrupted. Next,
Yeah,
next,
within it. So I didn't pay attention, right? Don't pay attention. Not everything being said you have to pay attention to, right?
Yeah, and if it's in the car, you can go back and forth, it's okay.
Right. If it's within half an hour, it's fine. But it's like b'dikat chametz. It's like you set beracha in this house, then you go to another house, right? And then you go to your car, you check the car. Do you have to say again beracha or no? So the answer is the first time you said beracha, as long as the next point you're going to say the checking second place is within the half an hour to the first place, because it will be still connected. The poskim say it's like the talit. If you took off the talit, let's say you went to the restroom, you came back. If you came back after half an hour, you have to say bracha again. If you came back within half an hour, you don't have to say bracha again.
More
Half an hour is not interruption.
Each trip you go home.
So it depends on the situation.
On Shabbat,
Some people live close by, 5-10 minutes.
But it cannot be done on Ben Hashemashot. Also, bottom line.
no,
But that's on Friday.
Now
No,
it's no
you're
problem.
even on Shabbat you're allowed to.
Big
No,
bracha.
Oh, what Yosef says. Yeah, even on Shabbat it's allowed to.
But you didn't get there yet.
We said it. According to Sfaradim, even on Shabbat, you're allowed to dip. But the Mishnah says Ben Hashmashot even you're not allowed to. So how do you say Shabbat it's allowed? Even Ben Hashmashot, the Mishnah says not allowed to. So Rabbi Yosef says the Ben Hashmashot, Mishnah is talking about Bet HaMikdash things. We right now not dipping at pots and pans from Bet HaMikdash. We're dipping pots and pans from God bought from a
Because
goy.
that's of
It's two
Truma?
different. It's two different levels of kedusha and tumah. Of tumah.
Is it of Tuma?
Av tumah? No, it's not av. No,
So why is it?
it's a lower level. No, much higher lower. Hagai John. ברוחים אתם קהל אמוני וברוך הבא בשם אדוני. Where's the brit, רבותיי?
Видишь, как здесь музыка.
Oh, mazal tov.
С музыкой здесь.
But Haggai came to learn Torah, Habibi. It's bigger than the biggest brit in the world. The biggest brit in the world. Hashem, you know how many times Hashem said, learn Torah, learn Torah, learn Torah? How many times before Hashem said, learn Torah, learn Torah, learn Torah?
Every day.
13 times. 13 times. Learn Torah, learn Torah. That's the אם לא בריתי יומם ולילה, חוקות שמיים וארץ, לא שמתי. If Jewish people will not keep the covenant, the brit of study Torah day and night, I don't need no shamayim, no aretz. I bring everything to disaster as it was before. So this is the bigger brit than the brit that they do for the baby. This is the real brit.
I thought it was the opposite.
13 beritot.
I thought it says Brit with Torah. That's why the Brit is first before Torah, no?
When in Birkat Hamazon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that I was just reading this.
Yeah.
It says over there
Memtet.
by the Brit is 13 and by the Torah is 3.
But if a person doesn't do brit, Hashem makes the world destroyed or no? If a person doesn't study Torah,
Destroys the world.
חוקות שמיים וארץ, לא שמתי. So when a person comes to study Torah bechol, you have to sing ברוכים אתם 13 times. Sing it now.
Rabbi, at the mikveh, any age can take it? And the,
Any child, any age, will learn that the oraita things only adults, like metal. The Rabbanan things, glass and china, child can also do. Child is believed to do, but if you're going with him, he can help you to do the oraita things also, because you're there. Only when you send him by himself to do it, then you can only rely on the katan for the Rabbanan things, not the oraita things.
so even if they did the metal thing, I do not have to do it after.
Yeah, don't have to, yeah. But you have to make sure that they know what they're doing. Because if a person, let's say, is going to pile up plates like this, water is not going to go in between because the pressure of the plates. So you have to pile up the plates standing, not laying. Or if the child takes let's say, he doesn't know, he takes a glass, right? And he takes the glass, puts it like this in the water. There is a water bubble over here that is not going to fill up the cup, the vessel that he took. So he put it in, it didn't fully touch it, takes it out, it still didn't fully touch it. So you need to have a little bit guidance to the children if you want them to help you. You have to go inside like this and go up like that. So this way the water is not going to lock an air bubble in the cup, and this way you're going to be able.
Also, you cannot hold it.
When you hold it, if the water is wet, the fingers are wet from the mikveh or other
Even
places.
from outside as well?
Huh?
From outside.
What outside?
You talk about the chatzitza or
Yeah, if a person wants to hold a vessel,
outside, it's still problem?
yeah. If he holds it tight and it's dry, of course, problem. He's not gonna get the water.
No,
The water has to be fully surrounding the vessel.
What part? The inside?
Everything, inside, outside, everything.
But for 1 second. That's
Yeah,
it.
for 1 second. Ashkenazim, what they do, they go like this.
It's okay also.
So they let it go for a second in the water like this. But you don't have to do that. As long as the fingers are wet, doesn't matter from what they're wet. Wet from something. Some say wet from the mikveh water. It doesn't have to be from mikveh water, what Yosef says. Ashkenazim say mikveh water. It doesn't have
Most
to be.
likely it will be because
Makes
you're doing
sense.
it.
Right? Well, that's not the first one.
Yeah, because it's hard sometimes when you put it, like it happened to me once. I was putting stuff and everything fell inside.
I do-
Some
I
deep
do-
mikvahs.
Yeah.
Good
I
luck
just
taking
switch
it out.
hands.
now.
Yeah, I agree. What are you saying?
You switch hands, absolutely nice. Inside the thing, just switch
If you
hands.
want to, but you don't have to. That's the.
Say, if you're right, you're giving solutions. I'm telling you the problem. You want to give the solution, no problem.
So I go to sometimes to the mikvah. He will do half and half.
One half and half?
They'll go like
Do
this
one
half,
side and
then
do the
like
other
this
side.
all.
They didn't learn. What can you do? You have to teach them. Not allowed. It's
How come it doesn't
pasur.
work?
Because the Torah says, Uba Hashemesh vetahir. Gemara says, Uba Hashemesh, the sun, when it comes down out of the water, below water level, when it completely goes below water level, tahir, it becomes tahor. So from there, Gemara learned that you cannot have anything separating the whatever goes under the water. It has to be completely under the water. That's why stickers are a problem. When ladies have broken nail polish is a problem. All these things that they are not completely, whatever you're supposed to do, is to be completely under the water.
Broken nails.
The other day we went to make Giorit. Lady became a Jewish. She went under the water. The rabbis have to look how she goes under the water. Not naked. She has a loose rope.
But
Rope. She went inside, and her hair was sticking out, floating on top. It didn't go in the water. We told her go deeper in the water because her hair was long hair. And also hold when you go, put your hands behind like this, so the hair is going to fall down in the water. So the second, imagine if you wouldn't pay good attention, she comes out of the mikveh goya. She goes thinking keep Shabbat, keep mitzvot, everything. She's goya because the hair did not go under the water.
nail polish is chatzitza.
That's how serious it is. Not a joke.
Nail polish is chatzitza.
Broken nail polish. Yeah.
Broken. But what's the difference?
I would say there's laws. We're not going to learn all the laws right now about why this, why that. But it's important if you are right now on the vessels that you're asking, wet the finger with something,
Sometimes the
go inside there.
sticker is so
Stickers.
good in the glue, so it's impossible staying over there and
So
take out.
if you're gonna take that vessel with that sticker
Use it.
to your, that's the way you're gonna use it. Then no problem. You don't need to take it out.
You're not gonna use it. You're gonna come home and try
So
to-
so do it before. If you're not gonna keep it like that with that sticker, so then you have to do it before.
There's a special liquid you can put. Google that. Glue gun, it's called.
Hard gun. Can I get that right?
The hot gun also takes it out.
No, it's called glue gun. It's like
Yeah,
yellowish.
many times the women they not pay attention. They're going to mikveh because they need to do mikveh. But sticker with the sticker.
It's
I
pasur.
did.
With the sticker, it's pasur. It's not. It doesn't count. You have to do it again with bracha again.
Now in the home you have new plate.
Now, if you don't know which one,
Take it with you.
Batel Baro, follow the majority. I had one family like this before. I didn't eat by their house, nothing. Why I don't eat? Even water I didn't drink because the glass, they always gave me glass. I didn't drink. Why you don't drink? Your relative drink. I said I can't. He didn't take it to mikveh. Chai, you know what? Dayeltis for the mikveh, davai. Let's take everything to the mikveh. We took everything to the mikveh. You know what? The Bukhari house, everything to the mikveh. The whole day we were there. They have choi, oshi, par, fish, Pesach. For Pesach, they also choi, oshi. So many dishes.
I could wait for the Pesach. When you take out the Pesach, then take it.
Chai, we did everything. He said, now drink with a cup of water. Chai, drink cup of water. After a few months, one of the children in the house told me, my mom or somebody over there bought new dishes. I said, did they take it to the mikveh?
No.
Now next time I'll go to them. Can I drink from the cups or no?
Patel Bero.
Yes, why not?
Patel Bero.
Well, if they know which one's the.
Oh, so I asked, is it the same shape? I asked that child. He was the snitch in the house. You know, he told me all the. Was it the same shape? He says yes. Which one is what? We don't know. How many cups? They bought new cups. Said 6 cups because few broke. Not from the mikveh, broke in the house. They had like maybe 20 of them.
So now majority is
So
not in
6
the
new
mikveh.
ones they bought that didn't go to the mikveh.
And 4 left from before. So
No, 20 of them, maybe 25 of them was many. So now they have 20 that was dipped, 6 that was not dipped. And everything is mixed, everything the same design. No way to indicate. What's the halakha?
The rule.
Follow the majority.
But if you can you take now? Can you say bracha?
What, the
You
dishes?
take all the cups again.
No, you could,
Can you say bracha?
but you cannot say bracha because you're not obligated already.
Some of them maybe are already.
Right.
But
No, he's saying if he's gonna take all of them.
all of
No,
them.
I'm not going to help, even if you're
Why?
going to take all
Because
of them.
most of them
Because
are
by
already
halakha,
mikveh.
you follow the
Because
majority.
it's already batel.
already
Also,
batel.
for metal, glass, and china, even if you take separate, you still say bracha even for china.
Yeah,
But that's Rabbana.
yeah, you're right.
You still say
Do
bracha.
you light Hanukkah candles? You say bracha? It's the Rabbanan. Netilat yadayim, you do bracha?
But
Rabbanan.
no, the Doraita is only it's metal and also keli cheres.
All opposite. Cheres cannot dip. Torah says you cannot dip cheres, cannot kasher at the
So
cheres.
which one do you?
All the metals, the
That's it.
oraita.
Okay.
All of the type of metals.
Okay. That's it.
What's the cheres?
That's the oraita.
Glass.
Glass and coated with glass.
Like china.
Doesn't matter what, even plastic coated with glass.
Okay. But china,
Because of
what's
the
china?
glass,
China
yeah,
is not
but-
glass really. It's like maybe it's glass.
Right. China is porcelain.
So make or no make it.
Yes, I said.
That's
Because
porcelain.
it's glazed. You have
glazed.
no today porcelain by itself. All the porcelain is glazed today.
Glazed, so you have to.
Last question on this. Let's go. I want to go further.
You said that you can't, if you're not going to use the pot as the vessel, you're allowed to put the food into a kosher plate.
Plastic plate and stuff like that.
And I use it, the same thing goes for knife. I don't eat from the knife. The knife never went to the mikveh.
What do you want to do? You want to use the knife?
I use
You're not allowed to use the knife.
Really.
Yeah. Usage is restricted. Cooking in the pot, restricted. Eating from the fork on the spoon that was not mikveh, restricted. Plate, restricted. Knife, all of these things that you were supposed to take in the mikveh and you didn't, you or your babulia, doesn't matter, restricted. But if it was cooked in there, you're allowed to take from there and put it in the plastic plate. So you're not using the pot. Got it? Okay, very good. We are on number 8 right now. Number 8, 7, yeah. That were bought from a non-Jew. From a non-Jew, right? A. You have to put A there, right? A non-Jew. Before Shabbat. Okay, number 8. Why is immersion not considered a complete repair for new utensils? Since without dipping the vessels into the mikveh, one
You're
has
finishing it.
permission to use them without immersion by giving them to a goy as a gift. Thus, making their immersion is not considered a complete repair. Bechor, Shabbat, I have plates. I don't want to carry right now to the mikveh. Or even if I could have carried to the mikveh. Padnos u mnie mikveh is. What's better, that I should dip them in the mikveh, or I should give them to a goy as a gift and borrow it back? What should I do? This solution or that solution?
If you're late, so you should do.
Huh?
Or to make it.
So remember the rule. Whenever you don't know something, you ask somebody that didn't learn. Whatever he tells you, do the opposite.
Go, you take give to God.
That always work.
If you have both options,
Says Shulchan Aruch, instead of dipping them in the mikveh, better to give it to a goy gift. Say, Ricardo Ben Aki, this is yours, por favor. Take it, yours. The other day, I bought samavar to my house. I brought it over here. Said, Ricardo, this is yours. They go, oh, thank you, thank you. He took it. I said, it's I said, can I borrow it from you? I didn't understand. I said, it's yours. So you know, this is for the halakha.
But you,
He took it. He was walking.
Можете use всю жизнь, man.
Yeah, it's until now in my house, borrowed from Ricardo.
But you could borrow forever.
He's gonna say, what is this?
Huh?
This is mine.
Yeah, you can't take it.
You could borrow
Сам я
forever.
продал деревья дома.
Yeah,
You could borrow forever.
yeah.
But why would you borrow if you have? You just said you have an option of mikveh or
No,
lending.
pay attention. What did I say? Samavar.
If you cannot
Samavar.
dip it.
It's debatable. Are you obligated to dip it or no? What Yosef says, bottom line, you don't have to. Because it's plugged into the wall.
But
We'll
to
learn
cover
that.
all opinions.
But to cover all opinions, better to give it to a guy as a gift. Be'emet, like he feels like it's be'emet a gift to him. And then ask him to borrow it back.
Can he buy it and give it to you?
Who?
Does it give
oh, no.
If he gave it to you, the owner.
Yeah, that's just no.
Once you became the owner, you're in problems.
No, it's a gift he's giving you.
Huh? Zohar Prinisi.
He's buying from you.
I mean, you're
and give you as a
contradicting
gift.
yourself.
Then it's yours.
If he buys it, and he let me borrow it, or he let me give it, he gives it to me.
Which one better?
Better is that he lets me borrow it.
Right, borrow it.
Gift is
Yeah, he can buy it to himself.
The whole concept has to be his.
Right. Once it becomes yours,
You still.
obligated mikveh.
It's only the
We learned last time, remember Nefesh Ruach Neshama? We said Yehudi has Nefesh Ruach Neshama. And so too his things.
Oh, wow.
Goy has Nefesh and Ruach. Has no Neshama. That's why if the owner of the vessel is a Goy, since the Goy, if he Goy wants to receive Neshama, what does he have to do? Go to mikveh. Today Bechor was a case. Today. She is the daughter of a Kohen. She found Kakota Goy. She wants to marry him.
Oh,
Her relative said, "Why are you doing that?
halala.
You daughter of a Kohen, you make Kohen. You getting married to a Goy.
Halala.
Let's make you. Oh, it's possible. You're gonna make it kosher way. I said, hey, we'll make it kosher way. Question: daughter of a Kohen can marry a convert or no?
If you give it an option.
Yes.
Remember, Bechor, the rule is always the opposite.
Same thing. Halala.
If you said no, the rule is yes.
You cannot marry a
Some
gay.
give
Goy, Nastashi Goy. Armenian, I don't know where is he from. Today he came first time to Bedin to
Halala.
talk to the Bedin. So we asked him, you have Brit Milah? He said no. The Moel was over there, that he does for adults.
Package deal.
He said, let's go check.
Didn't know.
Huh?
Didn't know he got
Put it on the table.
The Moel didn't know. No, we don't. No, he says, I didn't have. So we have to check. Let's see what he has, what doesn't have. So he goes, Bechor, такой, you know, discipline, послушный такой. He goes in, the Mohel checked him, he came out of the restroom, the Mohel came out of the restroom. And that guy stayed inside, waiting 10, 15 minutes. Another man walks into the restroom. What are you doing here? I said, I don't know, I'm waiting for the rabbi.
Oh.
Alechem shalom. Huh?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock we have Arvit. Maybe in that room, maybe. Ah, he went over there. Okay, very
So
good.
it's gonna end
So,
up-
bottom line, Bechor, bottom line, Kohen,
Rabbeinu, we converted him?
Kohen, not allowed to get married to a convert. Daughter of a Kohen, allowed to marry a convert.
How? She doesn't become halala?
You understood or no?
Ah, good daughter.
She's a not
Man.
Cohen, she's a daughter of Cohen.
Daughter.
She's a bad queen.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
go,
but she's-
Rabotai.
okay, if she's gonna bring kids,
Oh, wait, did you
the
convert
kid's
him?
gonna be Cohen?
Oh, he just started. We have to check. Are you serious? Totally, totally. But now he has to
But you don't
learn.
give Pidyon Rabbeinu anymore.
He just first day.
Because of the one you don't do Pidyon
We're
Rabbeinu.
gonna have to, yeah. Not today. He's gonna have a schedule.
Mom is Kohen, you don't do Pidyon Haben. But if she becomes Halala, you have to do Pidyon Haben.
Okay, she's gonna do it.
I cannot hear him, Rabotai.
Plugged into the wall. No leniency now taken.
There is leniency. I said, by letter of the law, you don't have to. Because plugged into the wall. Just better, if you want to cover all opinions, give it to a guy as a gift. That's what we did.
And then take it back.
And then borrow, not take. If you take it back, you didn't do nothing.
Ба, а если он нет скажет? Все, ушел.
So no, it's his. They never said no. All my life I gave it to a goyim as a gift. They never said
Он
no.
сказал это Рикардо, что это такое, Рабай? Мне подарили, сейчас забирайте.
So it's like, you
I played
contradict
that.
yourself here.
Rabbi, if you're gonna then
Contradict him.
that's the situation that you give him as a gift is he was happy. Now you're saying, oh, you know what? Give me back. What do you mean give me back? And then you explain
Not
him
give
that-
me back.
Borrow,
Let me borrow
from you.
it.
Okay. So now you explain him the halacha.
Давай, Давид, садись.
How's gonna
С ним ты. Идем, Хагай, ты
how's
садись.
gonna be, Rabbi?
Это убери, это новый сделай, зон.
finish.
Rabbi, how's
Okay.
gonna be?